Okay, so let's start standing. And the reason that we're starting standing is because we've been exploring the idea of like where our resistance is. And rather than looking at the direct spot, exploring around it. So today we're going to explore taking a different perspective, okay? So find maybe Tadasana with your hands at your side. Palms can be up. It can be an active mountain pose. So maybe your thighs rotate inward, which you can kind of keep yourself honest by maybe holding a block and rotating them in. But pull the feet into the earth and out to the side to activate the side of the legs. That's an option, or just come into a more of like an effortless mountain where we stand. So in the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, he writes that there's 5 types of vrittis, of mind whirlpools, those mind twirls, and they're right knowledge, misconception, verbal delusion, sleep, and memory. So as we ground, just kind of thinking about those 5 different types of thoughts, 5 different types of mind forms that can be happening. And they can be either painful or painless, he says. So maybe in this idea of resistance and looking at the things around it, and today looking at a different perspective, maybe noticing if our perspective is painful or painless, how we can shift it. Let's draw a deep breath in and exhale. And then inhale to lift our hands up to the sky, grounding the heels down, balls of the feet down, tuck the pelvis, draw the hands up. Maybe you take Kali Mudra, which is that index out, thumb together, fingers in, and then we'll exhale over to the left, send that right hip out, opening the side body, grounding through the right foot. Exhale, come to the middle. Draw a breath in, ground through the feet, exhale over to the other side. Let's do it each side again. So exhale to the middle, inhale to ground, exhale to the side, inhale or exhale to the middle, inhale, and exhale, stretch it out. Now bring the hands above the head, bend the knees, ground, let's fold it forward, Uttanasana, sweeping down, crown of the head coming parallel, bend the knees, rise up, kind of rolling that spine, reaching to the sky, bending the knees, rolling it forward, sits bones out, up, heart down, head down, bend the knees again, rise and all the way up. Exhale, bring the hands together and let's just roll our wrists, grounding through the feet, and maybe just kind of taking some figure 8s with the wrists, switching directions, getting some movement there. Kind of starting from the top down today. We start kind of in the middle usually, the back, the belly, the breath. Now reach for the sky. And exhale, bring those arms out like a T. Really reach through the fingertips, extend out the fingers, down the feet, and then we just bring the arms down and up, warming up your shoulders. Like our wings, flapping these wings. And then find some stillness. Inhale up. Bend the knees, exhale, flow down. That block, wherever your blocks are, have one towards that left side of the mat to set it up for later. Now step everything back. Let's find downward facing dog. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Breathe it in. Really draw that belly button to spine. The stomach kind of hollows out. Sits bones reach for the sky, bending the knees if you need to. Waking up the soles of the feet. Maybe lifting the fingers off the mat and replacing them. Let's breathe in. Now exhale, lower down to tabletop, and let's sweep the feet forward. Bring the sits bones down. And we'll find Dandasana, staff pose. Danda means staff. So feel this staff, like a stick. Maybe some straight legs, Bring the hands to the side, ground the hands to the earth beside the hips. Pull the shoulders up, back and down, lifting the heart forward. Now press into the floor if you can. If your hands don't reach, that's okay. Activate the legs and maybe those heels lift off the earth. Strong tops of the legs, gaze past the big toes. Keep a focus, breathe in. Exhale, lower the legs. Now walk the hands back behind us. We're going to set up for a reverse plank. So reach the hips up, drive up with the hips, toes point down, the head comes back, ears kind of in line with shoulders. Press the hands into the floor. And if that's too much on the shoulders, then I want you to come onto your stomach and just reach the hands back. We're going to focus on opening the chest. So a couple more breaths wherever you're at. If you're upward facing plank or if you're on locust, let's breathe in. And now exhale, lower the sits bones down, drawing the toes to the sky. Sweep the arms up. Exhale, sweep the hands down to the side, near the hips, and then bring them forward just a little. Hinge forward just a little bit so the heart goes forward. Press the hands down and lift the seat up. Draw the belly button in, the low abs draw in. Activate the shoulders, hover the buns. Exhale, lower. Sit down, bring the arms forward, palms face each other, drag the heels back, it's fine, Navasana. Draw that belly button into the spine, heart lifts forward, shoulders back. Any variation of Navasana. Long legs out, toes to the face, and maybe they're lower, breathe in. Now exhale with control, let's lower the heels down. As much control as we can, hands come down, lower those legs down, find Dandasana. Staff pose, draw the belly button in, see how active this is. Hands to the side, flex the legs, toes to the sky, breathe in. Exhale, sigh. One more breath in. Exhale, lower the heels down, walk the hands back, press the hands into the floor. Those glutes drive the hips up, reverse plank, breathe in. Head kind of in, or ears in line with the shoulders. Don't drop the head back. You can if you want, but just be mindful of how your neck feels. And if this isn't okay for the shoulders, find locust pose. Breathe in. Open the chest. Press the hands into the floor. Now exhale, lower down. Seat comes to the ground. Toes come back to the sky. Shoulders over the hips. Let's breathe in, lift the arms up. Exhale, sweep them out like a T to loosen those shoulders and draw back to the side. Bring them forward. Hinge forward just a little bit. Press the hands into the floor and lift the seat up. Couple breaths here. Breathe in. Draw that belly button in. Lower abs are working hard. Breathe in. Exhale, lower down. Sweep the hands forward. Rock it back. Find boat pose. Any variation of your Navasana. Here, maybe 5 breaths. So spin that however you want. Kind of changing our perspective. Maybe offering a boat pose in a different way than you usually do. Now let's do this one more time. So we're going to lower everything down with control. Finding Dandasana. Sit up, Dandasana, hands at the side, flex the feet, breathe in. Exhale. One more breath in. Exhale, sigh. Lower those legs down. Walk the hands back. Drive up with the glutes. Reverse plank. Again, if you're bothered by your shoulders, come into locust. Breathe in. Out. One more breath in. Exhale, lower down the seat with control. Feeling the shoulders move as we lower, lifting the heart up, stacking shoulders over the hips. Sweep the arms to the sky. Exhale out to the side like a T. Flex the feet towards the sky. Hands come to the side, but a little in front of the hips. Towards the knees more. Press in, lifting the seat. Press down into the shoulders. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more time. Exhale, lower down. Find your Navasana. 5 breaths in Navasana. Draw the belly button in. Any variation of Navasana. Maybe even different than what you did last time. 2 more breaths. And now let's exhale, lower down the feet. Exhale, hands to the side. Sweep the feet back. Come into plank pose just for a moment to reach those legs back really far. Hands underneath the shoulders. Hips lift, draw the belly button in. And now exhale, roll over to the left. Find Vashisthasana. Maybe the arm comes up for a breath. Over the ear for a breath in. Out, bring it down in front and back for a breath. And now up for a breath. And then exhale, bring the hand down, back to plank pose, breathe in. Now let's exhale, lower down our knees, our chest and our chin. And now press up, keep the knees lifted, but lift the heart. We're gonna do 3 little presses. So bend those elbows, lower the chin down, 1. Exhale. Feel the shoulders strong, the chest lifts and lowers as the elbows bend. 1 more time if you're moving in sync, breathe in. Exhale to come up. Let's find downward facing dog. Lengthen those arms. Breathe in. Exhale, sigh. Sit bones reach for the heavens. Roll it forward to plank and then over to your side plank. Reaching the arm up, grounding that hand. So up for a breath. Over the ear for a breath. Always an option to lower that knee. Down and back for a breath. And then up for a breath. And then bring it down, finding plank pose. Breathing in for plank. Exhale and back, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. And exhale, sigh, drawing the belly button in. Breathe in. Exhale, lower down the knees, the chest, and the chin. Bending the elbows to lower that chin down. And now let's exhale, press up. Arms are lengthy. And then we'll lower down, bending the elbows, lower that chin down. And then exhale to press it up, move with your breath. Inhale, exhale, lower down. Breathe at the bottom, and exhale, press up. Always an option to find downward facing dog or child's pose. If those arms are tired, maybe from yesterday or this morning, let's find Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Exhale it back, breathe in. Exhale. Lower down those knees. Lower down the sits bones. Sweep the arms behind us. So we reach those hands back towards the feet. Rounding into a little ball. Always an option to have a blanket underneath the legs of the seat, or to even lift the seat. Maybe you lift it anyway for a different perspective. Knowing that our thoughts can be painful or painless. Just offering some clarity. Breathe. And sweep our arms forward and inhale. Hands up with the hands. And then roll up to tabletop. So let's find those hands underneath the shoulders. Knees underneath the hips. And have that block ready. So I'm going to switch around. So I'm at the front of my mat. So your block is ready. Maybe on the left side of the mat. So we're in our tabletop. Let's breathe in. Now exhale, you can curl the toes under, press the earth away, lift the knees to hover, draw the belly button in, or maybe you have the tops of the feet on the ground. There's no right or wrong, so find what feels best. Breathe in. Exhale, press the earth away. 1 more breath. Exhale, lower the knees down. And now step that right foot between the hands. So we're in our low lunge. Left knee stays down. Let's inhale to reach our arms up to sky. And exhale out like a T. Let's roll our wrists, roll our shoulders, maybe flap the wings a little bit. Exhale to interlace behind the back, pull the hands away. Chin down, and if you want, open up to the sky. And now release the hands as you bring the ears over the shoulders. Release nice and easy. And then they come down to the side, the right hand on top of that thigh. Bend the left knee, heel comes towards the glute. Find that foot in the hand, kick into the hand, opening up the front of that left thigh, lifting the heart. And if you want, you can extend the arm up. And if you want, you can have it down. A couple breaths, breathe in. Exhale. One more breath. And now exhale, gently release the foot. Try to lower it down with control instead of flopping it down. Inhale to rise with the hands. Exhale to fold it forward. Frame the foot, curl the left toes under, and then step that left foot forward just a little bit. And then ground into the feet. The feet face forward, that left foot can kind of angle towards the long edge. Draw the belly button in. And then we'll inhale, ground into the earth as we rise up, breathe in. Exhale, arms can come out to the side or straight forward as we fold and surrender over that extended leg, that front leg. Lowering down, maybe the brow, the crown, down towards the foot, towards the knee, breathe in. Now exhale, find that block. Draw it on the inside of that right foot. The left hand can come down onto that block. Now ground into the block and reach up with the right hand, Parita Trikonasana. Breathe in. Exhale, breathe out. Breathe in. And now exhale with that belly button to spine. Bring that right hand down. Release your hand off that block. Ground into that left foot. Let's rise up. But as we rise, bring that left foot to the heel. Now open the arms up. Bring the hands back for balance. Find the left foot in that left hand. Or left foot and left hand. Kick into the hand. Feel that left thigh active. And inhale to reach the right arm forward. Maybe you hinge. Natarajasana. Here's our king dancer pose. Breathe in. Feel like that dancer. Breathe it in. And now exhale, release the foot. Lower down. You can bring that left foot back if you want. You can have it meet the right, because we'll step right back to downward facing dog. So however you want to find downward facing dog, bring it into your space. Feel that shape with your being. Breathe it in. Exhale, sigh. Now exhale, lower down the knees. Sit the sit bones back. Find balasana. Reach the arms back if you want, or maybe the hands are forward. Couple breaths here. Exhale. Breathe in. Now exhale, roll it up. Find your tabletop. Take a moment, give yourself a moment to really find this tabletop. Imagine it was the first time. Put the hands underneath the shoulders. The knees are strong and they're our base. And now find a new base, either the tops of the feet or the toes curled under, and lift those knees. Hover the knees. Draw the belly button in. Heart beams between the thumbs. The gaze is down. Inhale and exhale. Exhale. Giving a new perspective to this tabletop. And then we'll exhale, lower the knees down. Draw that left foot between the hands. Move the block over to the right side, top of the right foot down. Maybe bring that right knee back. We'll rise for Anjaneyasana. Exhale, arms come out like a T. Maybe flap those wings. Rotate the wrists when you get there. And then you can bring that left hand to the top of the thigh. Find that base in the foot and the knee. Send that right heel towards the glute. Find the foot in the hand. Kick into the hand, lifting the heart. Maybe you extend the arm. Kind of a kneeling dancer pose, and maybe it's on the thigh. Lifting the heart in the chest. Deep breath in. Now exhale, lower that foot down with control. Frame the foot with the hands. You can rise up if you want to create some space before framing that foot. Ground into the left foot, curl the toes under, step it forward, find a base for your pyramid. Right foot down, the toes can face the long edge, or maybe they're forward. Draw the belly button in. Maybe rest the hands on the thighs. And we'll rise up, grounding into the left foot. And then both feet as we stand. Exhale, let's bring the hands behind us. Do it a little differently on this side. Interlace those fingers. And then we bend that knee. And exhale, surrender. into this new perspective, this new way of thinking. Breathe it in and out. Exhale, sigh. And now we'll pull those hands to the sky as we lift the heart up as if we were a puppet. And that string, we're pulling our hands back. And then our shoulders lift, and then our head lifts, and our belly button is to the spine, really strong. And release the hands, let them float up. Again with a little marionette. And then down. In that front knee, let's hinge it forward. Hands can frame the foot, right hand on the block. And when you're ready, if you want to revolve that triangle, so the left hand to sky, moving that block where it needs to be for a good base. Try to keep the hips in the middle. Left arm reaches up. Breathe it in. Exhale. Deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Bring the hand down. Move that block out of the way, ground into that foot. Let's rise up, lifting that right heel to the glute as we do. Arms come up, sweep them back, find that right foot in the right hand, kick into the hand. And then if you want to bring that left arm forward and reach and lift up into this tiny dancer. Breathing in and out. And in and out. One more breath. And exhale, lower the hand, bring that knee to middle, shoulders over the hips. Now lower down the foot. And we'll inhale, rise. Exhale, fold it forward. Let's pause with the hands on either the shins or the floor and bring that weight into the balls of the feet as if we were peering over the side of a well. Maybe folding if we bend the knees a little bit more. Let's breathe in. And out, let's step it back, feet go back. Lower down the knees. And then exhale, chin in the chest lowers, we bend the elbows, press it up. Bend the elbows, lower the heart. Press it up. And last time, let's lower down really, really slow. Draw the belly button in. Maybe hover at the bottom. Breathe in. And then exhale, lower all the way, stomach to the ground. Extend those legs out long so they're the longest they've been today. Maybe rest the forehead on the backs of the hands. Offering a breath. And feeling this sensation of the body flat down on the ground. And now let's inhale to lift the gaze. Rise up in the chest, the heart beams just past the floor. And then we'll inhale to sweep the hands back and reach for the heels. Now an option here, you can lift the heart more, reach the fingers back more. And if you want, you can bring those feet so they're parallel with the sky, or they can extend out. So the pubic bone really presses into the earth. You can hover, you can bring the feet wide apart. But bring awareness to whatever shape you're in. Find your perspective here. Breathe in. Now exhale, bring the feet together if they were wide. Lower down onto the hands. Resting the forehead, deep breath in. Now exhale, press the hands down. Find child's pose, send the heels back towards the feet, or the seat back towards the feet, towards those heels. Exhale. Breathe in and out. Let's roll back forward onto our stomachs, lowering down, hips down, pubic bone down, rib cage. And now extend those fingertips towards the heels. Shimmy out the legs, lengthen the legs long, and now bend those legs so the feet are parallel with the sky. Inhale to reach up with the heart. Imagine those strings were on those shoulder blades, pulling the shoulder blades back. Fingertips reach for the heels, and maybe you lift the thighs off the ground, and this is where you stay, a little active bow. Or maybe you bring those feet, hands under the feet, kick into the hands. And just maybe notice the difference of what is working if you have your hands on your feet or if your feet are not in the hands. One more breath. Exhale, lower the thighs down, lower the legs down, the chest, the arms. Breathe in. Now exhale, press it back whenever you're ready to child's pose. Lengthen that spine. If you want to find a puppy pose, you can bring those sits bones over the knees. 3 breaths. And exhale. Let's inhale, lift the sits bones, lift the seat. Knees ground, rise up, maybe roll the vertebrae, the spine up one at a time, head comes up last. Stacking hips over knees, shoulders over hips, and maybe move side to side or do our hula hoop. Now an option to stay on the top of the feet or onto the kind of the balls of the feet for our Ustrasana camel pose. Shoulders up and back, heart forward. And now let's just maybe reach that hands either into the back pocket and the hips go forward. Drop the head back. Or maybe you want to find the back of the heel, but send the hips forward. Don't sacrifice the hips driving forward and the heart lifting to the sky. Try to keep the heels in. Just a couple breaths. Breathing in and out. Drop the head back. Make sure you can still breathe and swallow. Now exhale, chin to the chest. Maybe bring a hand to the low back and the other one if your hands are on your feet. Shoulders over the hips. Bring the arms to the sky. Exhale, surrender down. Child's pose, lengthening the spine out. Sits bones reaching for the heels. And we'll inhale, rise back up. You can come back into camel pose if you want, or maybe you want to lie down and be in locust. Either way, just a slight back bend. And bring the toes to the ground. Exhale, send the hands down. Maybe it's helpful to roll the shoulders up, back, and down and find the pockets to keep us honest with those hips going forward. You can also bring the block between the thighs so the thighs rotate towards each other. Find those heels if that's in your practice today. Heart lifts, hips are forward, thighs rotate towards each other. Drop the head back, find your breath, be in your breath. Maybe noticing the similarities in bow pose and our camel pose. And then exhale, chin to the chest, hands to the low back, lifting the heart up, shoulders over the hips. Move that block if you were using a block. And then let's find our child's pose or our puppy pose. Exhaling back. Inside. Feeling this perspective. These different movements that are so similar. We're grounded for some, we're dancing for some. And we'll inhale, come to tabletop just enough so we can lower down onto our backs. When you get to your back, maybe rock side to side with the knees in to massage that low back. And we compress. We need so much awareness too. Rocking back and forth. Now let's send our feet to the sky. Point the toes. This is like our reclined Dandasana because we're going to flex the toes towards the face. Feel an active core. Press the low back into the floor. Feet to the face. Thighs are active. Bring the hands to the side of the hips and press the hands down towards that wall where the heels face. Maybe feel some activity in the elbow creases. Breathe in. And then exhale, hug the knees in. We bring the knees wide. Rotate the ankles, point flex the feet, and then send them long for Shavasana. Letting go here in Shavasana. Letting the backs of the legs, the heels, and the back melt into the floor. Feel the sun, the sky radiating into the heart. Now on a deep inhale, reach the arms above the head. Maybe the backs of the hands are on the floor. Find the fingers to interlace and go over to the left. Kind of our banana stretch as we lie. And then over to the right, banana stretch to the other side. Then back to the middle, bring the hands down to the side. And then when you're ready, come up to a seat without rush. If you want to sit and rest in Shavasana, if you have time, you can stay longer. Maybe approaching our day today with a new perspective. Let's bring our hands to our hearts. Om Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Om, peace, peace, peace. Namaste.